everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Well, I've got a pair of exciting new kits to share with you guys today. These are two new ones based on some kits that have been out for a little while now from Ryefield Model, 35th scale Tiger 1s, and both of them are the initial productions, very, very early on tanks. And the main difference between the two of these, this is a full interior kit, and they've also come out with it without the interior. So if you don't want to have a really long project with all the parts that, like a lot of people say, you're not going to see it inside, so why build it? But other people love building all the little details and knowing that it's inside. So that's totally up to you guys. Plus, inside, this is a new thing that they're doing. They have all these really high-resolution 3D printed parts that they're starting to include. And they are really, really nice looking. I saw them first inside when I first got the packages, and really cool looking. Plus, also, there is an aftermarket kit that is available. This is also from Ryefield Model, and this has a lot of photo etch accessory parts, and it'll actually fit on either one of these kits because obviously it's all external parts. So if you want to pick one of those up too, they're rather inexpensive. It's not like the old days where it's $40, $50 for a set of photo etch. This is a really good value on all these. Both of these kits, as well as the upgrade kit, are available in our store and our website, andyshhq.com, if you want to take a closer look at any of those. And now we're going to tear into these. I'll probably just show you the basics on a lot of this because it's duplicated from some of their older kits that, and when I say older, they only came out just a few years ago, so it's all new state-of-the-art technology. But they've changed it around a little, plus have all those new 3D printed parts. So kind of excited to show you those. So let's get started. So what I've decided to do on this here is we're going to break this video up into two parts of the same video. And that way, in the first part of the video, I'm going to show you all of the new parts that are on these two initial production vehicles over any of the other Tigers that they've released in the past. And that way, for those who want to just see the new parts and have already either have the other Tigers or have seen something already about them, know all about them, you don't have to watch all that stuff. So the first couple of minutes are just going to be all of the new parts that are in these kits. And then after that, I will break down like the full initial production one with all the interior parts. That way, for those who have not seen all of what's inside one of these full interior kits, you get an idea what's inside there and what you're in for. So let's start with all of the new parts that are in this kit. Okay, first up we have the new turret sprue, and this is a brand new sprue that is inside the initial production with full interior, which we have back here, as well as the one without interior. It's the exact same sprue inside. So you're going to get a new outer portion of the turret, which will give you a little 360 around there. And then these pieces right here are the actual insides that go inside here that you would attach all of the accessories to. So you are going to get them even on the one that doesn't have the interior, and it's basically going to thicken up the wall in here, give it more of a scale thickness, I guess. But or maybe they just decided it's easier just to throw the whole sprue inside, even if you're not going to do the interior. So that is the first sprue that is common between both of those. Next up, we have this sprue right here. And I'm going to show you that this is the sprue right out of the full interior kit. And we'll show you all the new parts in here. So first off, this sprue is only available in the interior kit. And it has all of this plumbing for the engine and for the actual vehicle that was not inside any of the other early Tigers, or any of the Tigers actually with interiors that they made. And in fact, Ryefield is actually selling this sprue right here by itself. That if you want to go ahead and you've got one of the older kits, you can pick this sprue up and add all of this plumbing to it. And then over here, this portion of the sprue is the new parts for the initial as well. So right off, they have slide molded the gun barrel, as well as the muzzle brake. All of this is the gun barrel here, and then actually this portion of the barrel didn't need to be slide molded. It's just the circular part, and it just, you stack up the 4 segments together there. There is a new stowage bin right there. New drive sprockets. See that? New shrouds for the back of the back of the Tiger. If you notice on these are kind of squared off slightly. Let's see if I can kind of get an angle there. And those are new for the initial production. As the Tigers went on, they had the rounder ones on side there, so to make the proper one. Now, they already have the circular fenders, or the fenders that have the cutoffs on it. That was also on the very early production that went to Africa, as well as the initial. So that is inside the kit already, so you can do an accurate one. Now, what I'm going to show you next is how, if you get the one without the interior, that sprue comes. So you can see they've just cut away all of this portion here. So all of these new parts come in the initial production without the interior. So it makes it very easy. And here we are with our high-resolution 3D parts too. This set right here and this set have the same kind of orangish pink looking accessory pieces in it. They're identical in each one of them here. This kit right here, the one in my right hand, is out of the non-interior kit. The interior kit comes with an extra German Shepherd figure, which I'm going to pull these out right now. Hopefully I can do this without sending them across the room. So to start off with, you get a muzzle brake cover, as you can see right here. And remember, all the edges of this just snap right off. You get your smoke dischargers here, both full and empty. So you can put in whichever one you want on it. You also get the machine gun, the front machine gun, the bow machine gun, with a cover on it. And then, like I said, those three items are in both kits. And then lastly, you're going to get the German Shepherd, which is resin 3D printed. Very, very nicely done, too. And real quick, too, before we get into all the other parts, too, this is also all brand new. I thought I would show you this first. This is the Upgrade Solution Series set for the Tiger. This will work on either the interior or the exterior only Tiger. And I'll show you the parts that come inside here. So you're going to get another box of this stuff here. I don't want to break these by opening them up. First of all, you're going to get a 3D printed resin muzzle brake. All one piece. Nice looking there. You are going to get also a whole bunch of clasps and tie down stuff to secure tools and things like that. And you can see they are really precisely printed. Like that. And finally, you're going to get a set of the tow cable ends and fire extinguisher. Just like that. And you're also going to get 2 sheets of photo etch in this aftermarket kit. You can see there's a new stowage bin, a bunch of other accessories for the outside of the vehicle. Plus you're going to get new fenders for the side and even a more squared off exhaust shroud for the back here, which I'll actually show you the kit here. See what I'm talking about there, how those are squared off on the very, very back. And you can see some of the other stuff that come inside here as well too. So, and how all of the little 3D printed parts would fit on the external parts of the tank. Let's take a look at all of the parts that are now in the initial production full interior kit. To start off with, we have a bathtub style hull with lots of detail already molded into the side, and some of the detail for the interior parts already molded inside there. On this sprue right here, we have our torsion bars as well as the drive sprockets. Let you get up and close on those and see all that stuff. You do get 2 sets of that sprue. Next up, we have more drive sprockets. The front of the glasses plate there. Some of the tow cable, or actually these are the track cables. Some of the side fenders here, if you don't go ahead and put those metal ones on. Another type of exhaust shroud. And then, of course, the rear engine deck grills on there. And now, one of my favorite sprues. I love the way the engines look when they're built up on these vehicles. You get all of the engine parts on here. We'll just kind of, not all the parts are on this sprue, but most of the engine parts, as well as the radiators, things like that. Let you see a nice close-up view of those. There's your engine block right there. Now we'll take a look at the shells that go inside here, both all racked up as well as individuals. And the little ammo pouches too. You get 2 of those, so you're going to have plenty to paint when it comes to shells. Next up we have our tool sprue. So we've got the jack, fuel cans, a different stowage bin for doing a non-initial production one, and then all of the other tools. We have our road wheels, and man, Tiger has a lot of road wheels here. I think it's 48 if I'm not mistaken between you stack them all up, but I'll let you see those real quick as well. Plenty to paint on all of those as well, and of course you get 2 of those sprues as well. Now we're going to take a look at the tracks, and you probably have seen over the last couple of videos I've done that Ryefield has these type of tracks which are very detailed. As you can see here, they're slide molded, so they have a hole in the side for the pin. Now these tracks are going to require a little bit more work because not only do you have to install the pins, you do have to put in the hollow horn guide horns on here as well. Now they do give you a jig here to line everything up, and as you can see, the pins are just far enough apart that when you put a couple of track pieces in there, you're going to be able to snap them right into the side. But not going to lie, it is going to be a little bit of work, but I've found out there are people who like to put all those giant track links together, or that giant pile of track links together. So, no, I kid. I've got some friends that come in here that absolutely just love to assemble tracks. And more parts, the better. But there you are. Those are the tracks for that. Next up, we have our upper hull sprue here. And we'll first show it to you in this position, so that once again there's a lot of slide molding on this, just like many of their other sprues that we've seen, including all of the openings for the tow cables and all of the extra detail for the stowage bin, or excuse me, for the block, and then the little stowage bin right there as well. And it looks like they give you 2 blocks. That's interesting. One that is slide molded, one that is not. There is our upper part of our hull. That. The Ryefield air cleaners. Some more tools. And back over to there. We now have our turret sprue, which clearly they've removed the other turret that we've got the new one on. We've got our mantlet here. You can see the texturing that they've put on that. Actually, you get 2 varieties to do that. Some slide molding on the barrel parts, but you know you get new barrel parts anyway on the other sprue. And then some stowage bins. So they're all the parts to do a early production Tiger in here as well. And here we've got like the inside of the transmission and all those parts that build up. The drive shaft. Looks like part of the firewall, transmission, and lots of accessories there too. And the last plastic sprue. So you can see we've got more internal parts here. Parts off the gun breech. Get you a close in on those. There you go. And finally, we'll take a look at the 2 frets of photo etch that come in the kit. The first side here, you see we have all of our screens, plus some other accessories. And then this side here is the floor supports for underneath the floor of the Tiger, where all the wiring and things would go. So there is a quick look at the Tiger 1 initial production from Ryefield Model with the full interior. Like I said, they are available right now in the United States, and you can pick them up on our website at andyshhq.com. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you as always for watching, and please stay tuned because we have many more videos coming.